I built this team of completely random players by using a wheel to choose each position. And I want to see if I can make a push towards a World Series rating by using a completely randomized team. Unfortunately, though, this team was not able to get the job done in my first game of this series. But that's okay, because today we get a completely new team. So let's start with the offense this time. Replacing Austin Hedges at catcher out of 83 diamond options will be the 83rd selection. The worst catcher in the inventory. Because yes, those numbers on the wheel correspond with how far back in the inventory we gotta go. And that's the very last one. It's this 85 Biz Mackey. The wheel only consists of diamonds, and there's 117 of them at first base in my inventory. We get number 73, and that's going to be Live Series Vlad Jr. And we are making sure we replace the last team I picked. That way I get a new card at every position today. Second base is going to give me number 38, and that's going to be All-Star Brandon Lau. We had a pretty rough offense last time out, so we just need to do a little bit better than that. Number 40 from shortstop, and that's going to give us this 97 Topps Now JP Crawford. It's a couple of big bats and weak gloves in the middle infield. Third base is going to give me number 82, 90 overall Eddie Matthews. I think I forgot to mention, but everybody will be staying in their primary position that we spin for, number 99 from left field. All right, well, I think I just learned that the number here lies to me, because 99th in our left field inventory is the last card in the left field inventory. So I think that 102 counts the current left fielder. It also counts James Wood on the bench, and then it also counts the better version of James Wood that doesn't show up because James Wood is on our bench. But anyway, it's 85 Monty Irvin. Might have to make some tweaks to how we pick the team next episode. I don't know. For center field, though, we're going to be getting number 20, and that's our first 99, Moonshot Steve Finley. We are getting all bats, no gloves here. Right field is going to be number 68. Well, there's a glove, 95, Wilyer Abreu. All right, then for DH, we spin a wheel of overalls, and then we pick our DH from whatever overall we land on, which is going to be 94. There are only 17 94 overalls in the inventory, so let's see which one of them we get. It'll be the fourth, and that will be this Spotlight Evan Carter. Now, I did decide after last episode, if my DH is somebody I'd rather have in the field, I can swap them with the primary position, and Evan Carter is probably a better center fielder than Steve Finley, so I'm going to move him to center. Steve Finley will be our DH. Now, to pick our bench, we take our lowest overall starter, which is an 85 overall, drop it down by 1, and we'll spin from the top 100 players that are an 84 or below. So that first bench spot is going to give us number 47. All right, 83 Connor Griffin. We got some speed. Kind of forgot to use the bench last episode, so I'll keep it in mind if we have an opportunity. Number 38 is going to be this postseason Kike. Third bench spot is going to go to number 17, and that'll be Sal Frelick. And then the final bench spot today is going to go to number 91, and that'll give me Addison Barger. All right, moving on to the pitching here. All we used last episode was Yamamoto, so he's the only one I'm worried about replacing. The other 4 guys are thrown back into the pool, so we have 299 starting pitcher options. So the first of the new 5-man rotation is going to be all the way down at 288, all the way down to Live Series Hunter Brown. And actually, what I just learned, to amend what I thought I learned before, the players in the lineup do decrease the diamond count, but their duplicates in the inventory don't show up in the inventory since they're already on the team, but they still count towards that diamond count that's there right now. So like technically right now with the Hunter Brown and Yamamoto variants, we're probably only at like 290 diamonds in the inventory. I don't really know how to handle that other than maybe just respinning if we go down far enough that there isn't a card that exists there. We don't have to worry about that here though. Number 105, 97 Charlie Morton. All right, third spot in the rotation. We need something good. Number 75 could be that, or 79. Read numbers. Yep, 99 overall Hilton Smith. I don't know how far down the 99s go, but 71 is going to be another one if the last one was. Oh my god, this might actually be my favorite starter in the game. 99 Kershaw. Only problem is because I actually use him, he doesn't have full energy. All right, then the final spot to replace Yamamoto will give us number 279. 85 Chase Dollander. All right, now we spin 1 through 5 to see who's actually going to be starting. There might only be 2 viable options, and that'd be number 2 and 3, and we landed literally right in the middle, but it gave me 2. So that's going to be Charlie Morton. Now, I will say I'm only going to be using the starter we land on and then exhausting the entire bullpen if need be. And I like to keep up with managing energies for the future, so Kershaw and Yamamoto stay in the rotation even though they're not officially on the team. We just won't use them. All right, and finally, we have the bullpen, and we'll be replacing the entire bullpen regardless of whether we use them or not. So the first one will be number 63, 95 Justin Robleski. Good to get a good lefty out of the way immediately. The second bullpen arm is going to be number 78. Another lefty, 92 Chapman. All right, well, do I have to cross my fingers for righty arms this time? Number 54, 97 Joe Nathan. That's a righty, a pretty solid righty. Fourth bullpen spot, number 45, 98 signature Mark Davis. Another lefty. It's kind of crazy. We got number 3 for this one. That's easy to find, and that's a righty, 99 Matt Brash. We've already got ourselves a good bullpen regardless of what these last 3 picks are, but we're getting number 11. That's just 99 Cade Smith. Not sure that's a very good 99, but that's okay because we're getting another one, and it's another lefty, 99 Jared Koenig. And then finally, to round out this team completely, it'll be another high diamond at number 10, 99 finest Garrett Whitlock. I think on paper, this team is probably better than the last one. At least hitting wise, we've got a lot more bats that I feel good about. Charlie Morton as the starter could be a little shaky, but if that's the case, we've got a very usable bullpen. Maybe more than usable, honestly. And with the loss, we did drop down to 505, which I know is a very low rating when I call this a series of trying to make World Series. We're also sitting here today a very long time after I recorded last episode, which again is not ideal for a series where I'm trying to make World Series. So there's only 2 days left before the Weekend Classic starts, but when you look at the multiplayer program, we've got a full 13 days, almost 2 weeks. So I haven't heard anything about it. I don't know if it's just going to be like a really elongated Weekend Classic, but I'm guessing we have 13 days left to maybe make World Series. But whatever the case might be, I'm gonna keep this series going until we get like an actual legitimate attempt. At least that's the plan. You know what, come to think of it, I definitely should have a wheel that picks a random stadium too. Maybe I'll get that going for next time. What do we have going on for this time though? I want to see a righty. We gotta face a righty. We're facing a lefty. We've got, I think, 6 lefty bats, so that's 6 lefty-lefty matchups. That's not ideal. That might be ideal though. A 7-12 record and a 435 rating. I have to win this game. I have to. Well, we don't have someone who's just swinging at everything. I kind of thought I'd be able to just throw everything low in the dirt. I will strike him out though on a slurve. Wow, that is entirely yellow, and it ends up in a perfect spot, so what does it matter? And somebody's gonna make that play, right? We are not gonna make that play. Okay, 88 speed Juan Soto. All right, one more slurve. That one gets him. That one's in the dirt. 3 strikeout inning in the first for Morton. All right, let's take care of business here at the plate today. We faced what I would assume is a tougher lefty last game in Garrett Crochet. We also had a worse hitting team, and I still put up 6 runs, I think it was. Well, it doesn't look good to miss a pitch like that. Actually, I haven't played this game online since the last game, which it only came out, I think, 4 or 5 days ago, but I played it about 2 weeks ago, so I might need a second. Okay, and it only took a second. JP Crawford with the perfect swing, 115 off the bat. You know, Vlad still has inside edge active. I forgot what it was called for a second. It's against righties though, unfortunately, but the World Series was like a long time ago. Why is that still a thing? Ooh, another perfect. That was just a base hit. I'll take it though. My timing is good. My 1 out was a good timing swing, and then back-to-back perfects. Man, and that the slider and the sweeper are actually a little difficult, especially lefty-lefty. Yep, that one's a rollover. And all right, we got a guy there, JP. I don't like a good swing with hard contact being made, though. Not gonna lie, not like this guy has shown me much, but he's definitely shown me more than, what was it, like a 180 team average with a 500 OPS. I really thought based on those numbers and based on the record, we'd have a guy who's just free swinging, not making any contact, and serving up meatballs on the mound. He is striking out on my slurve, though. Fastball this time. All right, 95 up and away. 5 strikeouts in 2 innings for Morton. Ooh, late on the changeup. Interesting. Late on another change. So the 2 outs I've made this inning are 2 hanging changeups at the top of the zone that I'm late on. And I'm all over that one. Same result, though. That's a 1-2-3 inning. That's not what I want. All right, I like that, though. The more we can make this guy not hit, the better I feel. I don't know. That last game, if I remember correctly, I had the lead for the most part, and then it all came crumbling down at the end. I didn't get a big enough lead. Dude, I don't understand the slurve's timing here. I am messing it up every single time. I want to throw it again just to practice. There we go, and that's perfect. And it... All right, and then he's caught looking. I think he just wanted a walk. He wanted a base runner. Wow, and he was almost all over that. That sounded good off the bat. He timed it up. That is actually worrying. That makes me want to get a couple of runs across right here. That's not going to start it. Finley lefty. Hang on, that's got to do something, right? It's getting off the wall. It's not going to go, but it'll be a 1-out double. Why was it? It was going to have him run to third if I didn't intervene. I was just holding L1. Oh my God, Crawford now with a good swing. That's going to get caught, though. It's not going to get caught. Let's move up to third. Let's move up to second also, I guess. I forgot I did that. Lucky he threw it home. We got something cooking here, Vlad. Come on. Base hit could drive in 2. That's a good swing. Okay, that's gonna give me 1. That was a lot of range. I don't know why I'm chasing so low in the zone right now. I'll take a run, though. We got something. And then I'm late on the sinker. That should get caught. At least I added 1 on, but man, I am not looking as good as I would have liked to. Dude, this guy, I mean, that's a ridiculous result for a perfect input, first of all. But who would have thought this guy would be as patient as he's been? And the one decent swing to end last inning actually has me apprehensive to go in the zone. It doesn't help when Morton's missing every spot now. What is happening? Okay, there we go. Back to the slurve. Back to old reliable there. And that is just a great swing. That sucks. That's awful. That is not what we want to see right now. The patience. I go in the zone. He times it up. He slaps it the other way. I am terrified right now. Get it over there, Crawford. All right. That's awesome, dude. That's just a great time. Bismacky, oh, look at that. No doubter on the slider. I finally hit a slider. I've been missing that pitch all day. The 85. You know, the funny thing about the 85 overall just now hitting that home run is literally just before that I was thinking, I think way back when I tried to make this series a series before, one aspect I had was if I won a game, I raised like the overall floor so that 85s weren't available anymore and it was 86s and up, and then if I won again it'd be 87s and up. Oh, and what am I looking at there? That pitch, lefty has gotten me all day. That's a bad one to miss. But no, I was thinking, I don't know, maybe since we're actually trying to make some rating progress here, it would make sense to do that sort of thing. If we win a game, you know, we can get a slightly better and better team if we keep winning. And then an 85 overall hits a no-doubter like that. So now I don't know. You guys will have to let me know. Ooh. Well, we did something good and then looked really bad. At least we're building and building on the lead, right? That's one thing. We're up to 3-0 now. Even if we don't have the big inning with the crooked number, the more and more we can build up the lead, the safer this gets. I honestly don't know how much longer, even after a swing like that, I want to stick with Charlie Morton. We might try and get him through this 5th, and then that'll be that. And that's good. Wow, he was all over that. I was trying to do something there. I was not expecting a swing if I hit my spot, and he almost got a hit off of it. Okay, he was being patient. He took 2 strikes. So he's gonna help me out and swing at the slurve out of the zone. All right, man. Oh, he's taking out his starter. Okay. I really wasn't anticipating that right there. But I guess that makes sense. Top of the order. And look at what I'm doing. That's terrible.
First offering is fouled off.
Of all the weirdly timed quits that I've experienced on this game, that's up there. I don't know, that's kind of on the borderline of whether or not I'd want to play another game. I think I would, but at least for right now, I want to get this episode up on the same day I'm recording it. So I think we're gonna leave it there, especially also because I might not have been playing all that great, really. But hey, we're headed back in the right direction, back up to 545. You guys will have to let me know if that means that I should raise the overall floor up to an 86. But either way, we get to do it all over again next time with a brand new team.